Okay, so we just got dropped off. This is the 500-meter portage from the parking lot to the launch area. That's Dennis up ahead carrying his kayak, and I already carried my kayak and I got my gear now.
Made it. Is this French Lake?
Yeah, this is the start.
Oh.
Haven't even been in the boat yet. This is the start of Beaver House. You get into the little creek here and then you go into the lake. And then we'll be on our way as soon as we sort out all our gear. Alright, so this is the official start of the trip. Not even sure what time it is. Took us about 3 hours to get here and probably another hour.
10 after 10.
10 after 10?
10:10.
Right on.
11th of July.
So 4 hours and 10 minutes from home till launch. So this is the old watchman cabin for the watchman for the fire tower at Beaver House Lake. Unfortunately, the trail apparently is so grown in that we're not going to bother hiking up to the tower. About a kilometer bushwhack, so we're not ready for that today. See if we can see in there at all. There's nothing really in there. Really old log cabin. Apparently, according to the lady at the front desk there, this has been condemned. So we can't go inside. Porch probably used to be screened in. Pretty cool old cabin. Yeah, really nothing in there. We got the horseshoe hanging upside down so all the lucks run out. Yeah, see if we can get up this current here. Oh, oh, maybe. Oh yeah, current's going good. Come on, we got her. Yeah, that was fun. That's just to get to the first portage here. Okay, so this portage from Beaver House Lake to Quetico Lake was actually used in the old logging days. Goes around an old logging dam, and used to be able to actually drive vehicles apparently, because in the bush here we have an old truck. Not sure what make, what model, or what year. Pretty flattened down. A lot of stuff gone. The old gas tank still in it. Drive shaft. Looks like a little gearbox. Steering wheel. Engine's gone. Wheels are gone. But that's right along the trail here. Old relic. And we just run over here. You'll be able to see the old wooden dam. Had some steel in it just for raising the gate probably in the spring. The floodwaters to let the logs through, like a sluice gate. But this is the reason for our portage. The old dam, you can see the timbers there. That's Quetico Lake up there. And it flows down to Beaver House. That's where we came from, and it looks like we found our campsite for the night. Nice place to pull the kayaks up here. We got a couple of spots for tents here. We're on a point with the breeze coming on to us, so it should be good for bugs. And we got a fire pit here and a couple logs to sit on. Alright, this is dinner. It's pretty high, can't even hold the bottom. Chicken teriyaki with rice. Mountain House Pro Pack. This is my, it is a Simmerlite stove, MSR. I got my Katadyn drinking water filter. Make some more water tonight. Ooh, hot. Give her a try. It looks appetizing. Still pretty hot. It's not bad though. It'll pass for food. It's just starting to cool down a bit now, not much. It was a smoking hot day. It's so calm. You just sweat just sitting there. Well, that's the end to day one. The loons are freaking out this morning. This is day 2. And I don't know how long these loons are going to chase each other. Just trying the evasive zigzag. Get away. Oh. So we're nearing our end of Quetico Lake here. We got a little 120 meter portage into Conch Lake. And a short paddle across Conch and another 180, 70, 80 meter carryover portage into Jean Lake. So we should be camping on Jean Lake tonight sometime. And we got a little thunderstorm brewing here in the distance. So we arrived at the portage from Quetico into Conch. There's no way we're pulling up there. You can see in the background, got some pretty big falls there. And we're also going to get hit by a big thunderstorm here rolling in. Got a rain band coming across there. So we're gonna get wet. We got our kayaks pulled off the lake just in time. The wind's picking up big time here. Got a steep climb here to pull them up. There goes your paddle. Wind's starting to howl like crazy on the front of this thing. It's just starting to drizzle a bit. Gonna go scope out the portage. Okay, I couldn't videotape because it was pouring rain, but I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of this portage. It's 120 meters. It rises 9 meters in 120 meters. And in the pouring rain, it's really slick. It was hell carrying fully loaded kayaks up here. But it saves us a lot of time, not having to load, unload, load, unload. And this is Conch Lake. This is just a small little lake. We just go across there and we're into another 180, 170 meter portage. They got the old shackle drilled into the rock for the log boom. Let's see if I can get on this log without falling in. And they shoot the logs down through there. So we're on Conch Lake now. We're heading for the next portage. We're trying to race another thunderstorm. She's still thundering behind us a bit, but the majority's gone off that way. Alrighty, 170 meters. You good?
Yep.
Okay, we're at the trailhead of the portage from Jean Lake to Burnside Lake. It's a pretty narrow portage, but this is all the gear that I have to pack into that big yellow pack there, and then we have to carry the kayak separately. This is Jean Lake, like a big horseshoe. This is 420 meters across to Burnside, and hopefully we can find a camping spot on the other side tonight. Okay, so this is the portage from Jean Lake to Burnside, 420 meters. A little bit muddy from the rain we've been having all day today. It's been thunderstorming on and off. Kind of got a little break in the rain, so we're going to go across and hopefully get everything across, and then continue down to a little campsite on an island just in Burnside. It's pretty wet in the bush right now. So far the mosquitoes haven't come out, but I'm sure if I stop they will. Well, this is the portage from Jean to Burnside. I already carried the pack across. It's really muddy in some sections. Lots of slippery rocks. Come on, baby. There you go. Get in there. Want to come in here? Nicer here. No? So this is Burnside Lake. This is our little island campsite. It's got a nice spot to pull up your canoe, kayak. It's nice breezy on the point here. Set up things to dry out after everything got wet today. An interesting fireplace here. Got quite a bit of room here. Dennis setting up his tent up on the rock here, on the high ground, in case we get thunderstorm and flood it out.
After today.
Well, this is our home for morning of day 3, and we wake up to this. We're on Burnside Lake. Heaven, yeah. We got a little thunderstorm rolling in with a big lightning storm all last night. Didn't rain though, fortunately. So we quickly packed up the tent and quick breakfast, and we're almost ready to go. So we're just coming out of Burnside Lake here into Rouge. Little narrows. Fish. Your fish was right over there, Dan. No. It's raining out, as you can see. The second day of rain. Day 3. Okay, so we're at the it looks like it's going to be a carryover, 120 meters out of Rouge Lake down into the Jean Creek, and it goes down to the Sturgeon. Just scoping out the creek here, see if we could line it. It's not, no, he's shaking his head, no. Mosquitoes are pretty bad. It's raining. Well, here we go. Well, this is the second carryover. Still raining, and I'm risking getting I don't have the waterproof housing on the GoPro, but I'm trying to get some water out of here. Kind of got a bit of water in. We still got one more to go, the other side of this little swamp. Well, there's a big hill on this portage, so it looks like we're going to try and go down the river over some trees, so it should be interesting. Hold on a second. I gotta get down there. Go under. Yeah. Come on, Dad. We're gonna come back there. Well, this is a quick view of Jean Creek. Still pouring rain. We just got through that last carryover. We just went down the river. Wasn't too bad. So, all for now. So this is an unmarked obstacle. We got a nice beaver dam here. We're going to try and run over it here. I don't think I'm going to make it, but it should be interesting. Close. Bunny hops. Well, this is Jean Creek, and it's not much more than a little path through the weeds. Okay, so we made it to Sturgeon Lake. This is just the start of long, lots of kilometers of open lake. Well, this is the end of day 3. It poured all day long, right until just a few minutes ago, 9:30 it stopped. And, we were totally soaked. It was a pretty miserable day. We did 28.8 kilometers, and we're up at the Russell Rapids. Just that's the Sturgeon Narrows right there. We're heading over that way. We were gonna see if we could come up visit Chatterton Falls, but as you can see, the water's running pretty quick down the river. I don't know if we'll be able to get up there tomorrow. We're camped right at the mouth here, right on a little island. Everything's just soaked. Got a decent sunset on the night of day 3. Alright, morning of day 4. It's looking not too bad so far, knock on wood. Sun hasn't quite cleared the trees yet, it's about 8 o'clock. I was looking up the river to Russell Lake, trying to dry everything out this morning. It's not drying very good. Looks like everything's still going to be wet today. Okay, here's Dennis giving the Russell Rapids, or the Russell River fast water a try.
Any headway.
Yeah, you're going. You got her now. Hey, it's morning of day 4. We're at what they call the Russell Rapids. They're just up here. This is just a little bit of fast water to get to the rapids. Dennis just went up one side. I went up there yesterday. I'm just going to check out this other side and see if it's feasible. We camped on an island last night. Put the rudder down. Give her a shot. It's actually easier on this side. Lots of little whirlpools and eddies here. Oh, big rock. We hiked across the portage to have a look, and that's the Russell Fast Water. Little rapids, a little too fast, you're not going to paddle up that. You might be able to paddle down it. There's no big rocks. This is Russell Lake. And way across there somewhere is Chatterton Falls. We're coming past the island where we camped, where the faster water is. They cruise through here and then head east up Sturgeon Narrows towards the portage to Oliphant Lake. Little whirlpools. Woo. You can tell I'm not a fast water kayaker. Okay, so this is the start of the Pickerel River. We're gonna try and skip the 410 meter portage and opt for going up the Pickerel River. There's a 100, 105, and a 150 carryover into Oliphant. That 410 portage is muddy at the best times, and after last night's rain, I think it's going to be pretty bad. So, more scenic this way. Now we're up to our first carryover on the Pickerel River. Got to find the entrance here. Got too fast of water coming down there, and pretty fast water coming down there. We just kind of scoped out the rapids, and we think we can get up the left side, which is far better than the swampy creek. Whoop. Swampy creek that we'd have to go through here. Oh, falling in. We'll give it a shot. We're gonna try this going up this. So this might be my last entry. Okay, we're up to the second carryover. It's an actual falls, so we won't be, or it's listed as a falls anyway, so we won't be dragging up that one. Had a near miss on the last one, but all's good. Oh, we'll be carrying over this one. This is the top of the little falls at on the Pickerel River. Our portage number 2, we carried over about 105 meters. And then now, right away, we have another rapids here that I don't think we're going to be able to drag up. We'll have to carry over, and it's 150 meters. So we ended up pulling up first part of the rapids and then carrying it around the major section, and it saved us about 100 meters, so it was nice. A little 50-meter carryover was nothing. Now we're on to Olifant. Hello. How's the rapids up further?
The ones off of this are really, really big. You gotta portage around them.
Yeah.
Quite a long portage around.
Alright, thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
Nice moose antlers.
Thanks, I just found them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Right on. Oh. So this is the big 900-meter portage at the end of Olifant Lake, heading up the Pickerel River. We're not going to be able to pull up those rapids. So we're going to be packing everything into our bags and carrying it across and then coming back for the kayaks. Well, it's going to be a long afternoon. So this is the portage, 900-meter portage around the Pickerel River rapids. This is a pretty brutal portage. I've only carried the pack about halfway so far. Just going to go back and get the kayak, do it in increments. There's mud, there's water, rocks, trees in the way. It's going to be interesting with the kayak. Yeah,
Have a look up there?
that's about doing it. That's about halfway. As you can see, the second part of the portage is all uphill. It's brutal. We're way up from the river, but you can still hear big rapids up there. So, continue on. Well, we finished the 900-meter long portage. It was pretty tough. We finished the bottom part of the Pickerel River here. Now we're into Fern Lake. This is just the start of it. It's about 5 o'clock, so we're going to start looking for a campsite. Okay, we found a campsite on a little island on Fern Lake. A nice rock outcrop. It's a smoking evening, no wind, hot. Just getting some dinner ready. Freeze dried again. Pasta Primavera. And we're right across from where we got to be going up the river, and a couple of portages first thing in the morning. Heading up to, I'm not sure which one's next. There's Bisque, Bud, Big. There's 3 of them in a row. Bunch of little pullovers, portages. So, it should be fun tomorrow. Morning of the 5th. We just left our little island. We got a short little paddle. Cross over, there's a river, the Pickerel River. It's broken into a whole bunch of parts. And there's a portage right over there. We're going to see if we can walk up the first section. If we can't, we got 280-meter carryovers to do. Alright, so this is Bud Lake. We're across the 180-meter portage. Where the water flows is the Pickerel River. You're going to get a better view over here. This is one of the little chutes. The other side's the big water rapids. We head across here, do a little pullover, and then we keep on going. These are the rapids between Big and Bisque. They're very shootable if you're going down, but we're going up, so we had to do a little pullover. This is a nice big huge campsite. Nice flat rock, nice area. That's Bisque Lake up there. Big Lake here. So this is actually the outflow from Bisque into Big here. I thought we were into Bisque already on the last one, but we were into Big. We were from Bud to Big was the little pullover. So this is the waterfall that we're going to have to 180-meter carry around. Okay, now we're on to Bisque Lake, last of the little B lakes, and about a kilometer from now we're going to be doing a 450-meter portage uphill and around the dam. Now this is where the Pickerel River flows out of Pickerel Lake. This is going to be our 450-meter portage. Started to rain a bit on us. So this is the 450-meter portage from Bisque to Pickerel, and it's going to be fun with the kayaks. Runs right along the river here, all the rocks and stuff. So this is going to be a bad section with the kayak. You alright? You alright? Yeah, see there's this route over here, but then you got to jump that little gap at the end. Last portage, yahoo! So this is our last portage up to Pickerel Lake, and it's a nasty one. Gonna be a lot of fun. Slippery rocks and mud, water, mosquitoes. Okay, so this is Pickle Lake, and we're right at the dam at the end of the portage. Water's flowing pretty good. Mosquitoes were pretty bad on the portage. We'll check it out. Actually looks like it's sandy bottom out here semi. End of day 5. Clouds are coming back in. Looks like it might rain tonight, more than likely. We're a day ahead of schedule. Tomorrow's our last day. So we stopped at a beach here on Pickle Lake. Just making some dinner. Getting ready to turn in. I'm sore, I'm tired. And we'll be heading that way tomorrow. Morning of day 6. Looking like it's going to be a nice day for a little bit anyways. It's last day, we're a day ahead of schedule. Dennis is a slave driver.
What?
What?
Slave driver.
Got porridge for breakfast, oatmeal. Again, every day. What's different? Oh, I don't know. We got about 10, 11 kilometers, something like that, to battle, and
10 or 11.
and we're out of here. The morning of day 6. Can't ask for better paddling than this on a big lake. Sunny, warm, dead calm. We're on Pickle Lake. We're heading for French Lake and home. It's clouding over and getting a little windy. It's clouding over pretty quick. I think she's gonna rain this afternoon. We're just cruising by what they call the Pines here. Really nice camping area, sand beach. There's 5 or 6 campsites. Goes all along here in amongst the pine trees. Some really nice camp spots, and it's only about 3 kilometers or so from the main campground at Quetico, Dawson campgrounds. Well, it's fairly easy paddle out here, and it's up a little river too, which is really nice. But it's looking pretty dismal that way. Fortunately, we're not going that way. Well, we're on French Lake, and this little beach ahead is the end of the trip. 6 days, 110 kilometers. About 16 portages. This is the end.